I'm not a lawyer, but Donna Adelson and her attorneys have begun presenting their side of the case, and child, the first day was already interesting. It was a short day, but let me give you some of the highlights. So the first witness was this woman whose name is Annie Cunningham. Annie's life partner, a man named Ron Gutterson, has actually known Donna's husband Harvey since high school, but the two reconnected about 15 years ago after Ron chipped his tooth and needed a dentist. So on the stand, Annie testifies that after that chipped tooth, the two couples grew to become great friends, and on the day of Dan Markel's death, Donna called her hysterical.
I was called, and Donna was quite hysterical.
And when she called you, did she appear to be upset?
Very.
Was she crying?
Yes.
Was her tone of voice, based on your knowledge of her for the 15 years, did she seem to be upset?
Very.
Okay. Did she seem to be at a point in time where she had just learned what had occurred?
Yes.
Did she indicate to you whether she had just learned that this had happened?
Yes.
Okay.
She told me that Danny had been shot and that they were going to Tallahassee and that she was very concerned and worried about Wendy and the boys, whether they were in danger.
Okay. And
Because she did not know who had shot him.
okay. And did she indicate whether she was concerned about Danny and him being in the hospital?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Annie and Ron both testified that Donna and Harvey's trip to Vietnam was a temporary trip just to clear their heads because of all of the media attention. According to Annie and Ron, the Adelsons had every intention of returning from Vietnam in time for the grandson's bar mitzvah.
After the conviction, did you become aware that Harvey and Donna were trying to travel to clear their heads?
Yes.
Okay. Did you know whether or not that was a permanent move or was it temporary?
It was, to the best of my knowledge, a temporary move. It was approximately November, and they were coming back in January or February for their youngest grandchild's bar mitzvah.
Now, there was some cross-examination of those two witnesses, but I'm going to jump to the witness after those two. You'll see why. So the next witness was this digital forensics expert, and her role on this case was to review all of Donna's phone records. And that matters because remember Annie Cunningham said that Donna called her all hysterical the day Dan Markel died?
I was called, and Donna was quite hysterical.
Well, the state asked this forensics expert if when she reviewed Donna's phone records, there was a call between Donna and Annie the day that Dan died. And again, to be clear, this witness is a defense witness. The state asked this question on cross-examination.
When you looked at Donna Adelson's records, was there a phone call between Donna Adelson and Annie Cunningham on the evening or night of July 18th, 2014?
I'm not familiar with that name.
You're not familiar with the name Annie Cunningham?
No.
Okay. What if I gave you her number? Would you be able to look and see?
I don't have the call details memorized, so...
Do you have them with you?
The original documents, I do.
Laptop? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I don't. I see the number, and I looked at the records for the evening of the 18th, and I do not see a call to that number.
Okay. And that would be like in the afternoon, evening, or night that night? Of July 18th of 2014?
So starting from noon to noon on the 18th through midnight on the 18th, I don't see a call to that phone number.
Okay, thank you.
In response to this, the defense calls Miss Annie Cunningham back to the stand.
I have a question about your use of cell phone service, and we touched briefly on things like WhatsApp, and what was the other one you said you use?
Viber.
Okay, Viber. When you communicated with Mrs. Adelson, did you routinely use one of those apps?
Quite often, yes.
Which app did you use mostly?
WhatsApp or Viber.
Okay, all right. And as opposed to picking up and using the cell phone service, you would use those instead?
Yes.
Okay, I don't have anything further.
And then the state does another cross-examination.
So you had
gone to the airport after your last testimony, right?
That is correct.
And returned to the courthouse?
Yes,
To tell us what, that you used Viber or WhatsApp to make
Yes.
that phone call?
yes,
So it wasn't a regular phone call?
correct.
Okay, so you misspoke earlier, or it just wasn't clear?
No, I said she called me.
The state highlights that, according to the phone records, Donna and Annie spoke on a regular phone line before and after Dan's death. It's just this one call that Annie is testifying about that seemed to have happened on one of these apps that don't appear on phone records.
Okay, so you have no reason to contest that you spoke with her via regular phone call June 23rd, July 20th, and July 21st.
If it's in the record, yes.
But you're saying it was a WhatsApp or a Viber on the 18th.
Yes, they were in the car, and they often called on those apps in the car.
Would it surprise you to learn that WhatsApp didn't offer voice calls until March of 2015?
Then it was on Viber.
Must have been Viber, huh? Nothing further.
Okay, girl. The next set of witnesses were used to refute the jailhouse informants that testified last week. So apparently before this trial, Donna's current and previous defense lawyers hired some private investigators, and those investigators interviewed Patricia Bird, who again was one of the jailhouse informants. And according to these investigators, Patricia Bird never told them that Donna confessed to her, nor did she mention Donna offering her anything in exchange for her testimony.
Now, did she tell you that Donna Adelson offered her any sort of compensation to testify in her case?
No, sir.
Okay. Specifically, did Miss Bird tell you that Donna Adelson offered to buy her a piece of land?
No, sir.
Did Miss Bird tell you that Donna Adelson offered to buy her a trailer for that piece of land?
No, sir.
Did Miss Bird tell you Miss Adelson offered to buy her a vehicle?
No, sir.
What about veneers for her teeth?
No, sir.
Veneers for her teeth?
No.
What about a small vehicle for her and her children?
No.
Okay. Did Miss Bird tell you that Mrs. Adelson had offered those items to her?
No.
Did Miss Bird tell you that Mrs. Adelson confessed to any portion of the crimes with which Mrs. Adelson is charged in this case?
No.
And then the final witness of the day was a detective who obtained video surveillance from the jail that Donna and the jailhouse informant were housed at. If you recall, the second jailhouse informant, whose name was Drina Bernhardt, testified that Donna wrote her a script of what she should say on the stand in Donna's defense.
At some point, did she prepare a script for you of exactly what she wanted you to testify to?
She did.
And whose handwriting is this on this first page?
That's Donna's, Miss Adelson.
Okay, so she wrote this in your notebook?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is it you were supposed to do with this information?
I was supposed to study it and answer it correctly on the stand for her.
So this detective has video footage of when the script was allegedly being written. Donna's defense attorney highlights that both Donna and Drina appeared to be writing in the notebook on the day that this script was written.
Trina's opening the hot pink notebook.
Is she showing Mrs. Adelson something in that notebook?
It appears so.
Fast forward to 4404. Are they both writing?
Yes.
Now we're at 5535. They're still both discussing some topic, correct?
Correct.
We don't know what they're discussing.
Correct.
And they're both looking at pages that they have in front of them.
Correct.
And we're at 5934. Appears they're both still writing.
Correct.
Now we're at 1 minute, or 1 hour, 1 minute and 22 seconds. Can you tell the jury what's going on here?
Miss Bernhardt just opened some notebook. She's writing, and Miss Adelson is also writing.
Detective, from your previous review of this surveillance video, does the same behavior continue where they're both writing and discussing things between now and the end of the video?
I believe so, yes.
On cross, the state highlights that this video footage seems to support Drina's story that Donna wrote the script in Drina's notebook.
Okay, and so when you went and found the video, did the video appear to corroborate what Bernhardt had told law enforcement that day?
It did.
Defense says, well, both women wrote in the notebook. We see one writing, we see the other one writing. Are you a handwriting expert?
No, ma'am.
Would you defer to the expertise of a handwriting expert in determining who wrote this particular thing?
Yes.
And for clarity, a handwriting expert reviewed the script in Drina's notebook and compared it to documents that Donna is known to have written, and the expert concluded that the script was indeed written by Donna.
So I have looked through the question documents, of which there were 3 pages. I found certain words and cropped those words digitally and placed them on this chart. I did the same thing with some of the words and letters from the known writing. And I have put similar words and letters so that I can better explain how it is that I am able to show that it is found within the known writing and that it is similar. So beginning with the first word in the uppercase W of the word Y, we see the overall structure of the uppercase W has a very small tick at the bottom near the baseline where it appears that there's a little bit of an upstroke and then a very small tick and then a downstroke. That kind of makes the bottom of the W. And that particular shape of it being sort of flat on one side but pointed or angled on the other side of the W, on the side that's next to the H, the right side of the W has a bit of a curve, whereas the left side does not have that curve. Another characteristic within the word whatever in the question column is the combination of the ER. The lowercase e, as it ends, creates the beginning stroke of the lowercase r, connecting the e and the r at the bottom. And that particular characteristic was also found within the word deliver and the word after in the known writing.
And what conclusion did you reach in reference to the question, did Donna Adelson write the script contained in State's Exhibit 62?
I identified the known writing purportedly written by Donna Adelson as to be the writer of the question handwriting.
And is that the highest level of conclusion that you reach in your reporting?
Identification is the highest level, yes, ma'am.
I guess we'll see if Donna herself is up next to testify in her defense. What y'all think?